very short term, what would be your message to the African continent?
Let the African leaders that are leading ECOWAS, SADC, East Africa Community, Maghreb region, COMESA, and East Africa Community work together. Regional integration is a non-negotiable. And we are not equal. The regional economies that lead GDP, population, and that have projects and rule of law, and that investors are willing to invest should lead in each of the regions. The leading regional economy is East Africa Community. President Kagame, President Uhuru Kenyatta, President of Tanzania, President of Ethiopia. It's the most regionally integrated economy. If ECOWAS, if Maghreb, if SADC, if East Africa Community can do the same, it means we've taken the first step. But this can only happen under the Africa Union. Africa should not do another deal bilaterally with China or America or Brazil or India. South Africa has gone through 10 years of negotiating with the European Union. The template of negotiating, the rules of engagement, the issues are already covered. What's called AGOA by the Americans, there should be something Africa engages with all the Asian countries, all the American countries, all the European countries. The law is the basis for contracts. And if we don't have the same laws, they will always beat us every time they end up at the International Tribunal. They can't do a deal in Africa and sign English law. They can't do a deal in Zimbabwe and sign American law. American deals are signed on American continent. African deals must be signed on an African continent. But if our court system does not work for contracts, there is the legislature, there is the judiciary, and there is the arbitrator of the two. Now, if it does not work, it means when there is a conflict between politics, government, and the people, how is it resolved? Investment is not a question of black or white. It's rules, it's terms, it's returns. Mauritius meets the terms, Botswana meets the terms, Rwanda meets the terms, Ethiopia meets the terms, Ghana meets the terms. Those African countries that meet the terms today should be allowed to lead in their regions to allow investment. But the projects should be regional, not country. So the president of South Africa should accept to work with the president of Mauritius and Botswana to achieve a SADC project. The president of Nigeria should work with the president of Ghana and Senegal. Yes, Ghana is insignificant, Senegal is insignificant, but Senegal and Ghana are acceptable investment destinations, and Nigeria is not. So at the end of the day, are the regional economic groups going to be given a chance? The question is, there are 5 presidents that matter in Africa. President Buhari, Nigeria, President Zuma, South Africa, President Uhuru Kenyatta, Kenya, the President of Egypt or Morocco, the President of DRC, the President of Angola, the President of, in East Africa, Kagame. They are presidents that are acceptable to the Western and investing community. Let them lead the Africa agenda. Once investment comes into Namibia, it can go into Angola, into DRC, and it can go into Angola. Once money comes to Mauritius, it can come into Zimbabwe and it can come into Zambia. Once money comes into Ghana or Senegal, it can come into Nigeria. But if Nigeria wants Nigeria money to come to Nigeria, the exchange rate doesn't work today. We have to wait. The top brains in economics in West Africa is Patu Tomi. You know him, he runs CVL. Professor Patu Tomi, Lagos Business School. Doyin Salami, he was the vice chairman of your transition committee. These are Nigerians, they're here, they know. They can tell you what to do. But if Nigerians don't listen to Nigerians, then it means a prophet has no honor among his people, among his land. And as long as we cannot listen to our people, to operate in our environment, how can we succeed? Somebody has to spend money without expecting a return. That's what government does. And if the Nigeria government wants to do the same, why build another building for school? You don't need a single more building for university. You can do e-learning. Children don't need any more books. It can be on a syllabus on an iPad. Why are we building another school, another university? We need high quality syllabus. But syllabus in Yoruba, in Hausa, in Igbo can't be written for Nigerians. Nigerians have to write that syllabus. COBOL programming in Yoruba, Microsoft engineering in Hausa, it has to be written by a Nigerian. Then when people learn it in their local language, you'll be amazed that people without a degree can write a software that solves a problem. So when we talk technology, it's an enabler. But it can only enable to fix a problem. And the problem definition is every African human right needs a house, needs clothes, needs education, needs shelter, needs a life worth living. And a life worth living can only come when you are informed, when you are given the facts and you make your own choices. You live with your choice, you die with your choice. When it's dictated to you, what good is it? And the only arbitrator of information is the media. Africa needs Africa-founded, owned, managed media houses. Not CNN, not BBC, not Al Jazeera, not China TV. It has to be Channel TV in Nigeria. It doesn't matter how rich John Momo gets. Work with him, put the advertisement in it, let him have the dialogue. When there is a Nigeria Economic Summit group, why bring CNBC Africa? Why bring BBC? He's already doing it. But because he is friends with a guy that was a friend with another guy with another political party, nobody gives him the work. And you say you're Nigerian? You can't say you're Nigerian if you're political. Business has nothing to do with politics. So for me, the solution is Nigerians solve Nigerian problems, Zimbabweans solve Zimbabwean problems, South Africans solve South African problems. And in privacy, Nigerians and South Africans and Zimbabweans leaders, they sit down and really be open with each other. What can you do for me? When we do what we do to each other based on Steve Saka hard talk, based on Amanpour, based on Larry King, where is our Larry King? Why isn't there a black guy who, when he sits and he asks questions, the whole world stops? David Frost. Why is David Frost at Al Jazeera? Where are the African journalists that are top draw, that ask the right questions to our leaders, our business, that we get to the answer? So the only way you get information is media, radio, newspaper, TV, social media, events. And when people hear the truth, then they can decide. Why are churches full? Pastor G.O. Adeboye, millions of people around the world. Why? They trust him. T.B. Joshua. Why? People trust him. Christ Embassy. Are they God? No. Do they say what God says? Yes. Is it coming from a Bible? Yes. Is it a Bible you can read? Yes. How come you would want to go to church to listen to him than read the Bible? Why can't you read the Bible and then say, Pastor G.O. Adeboye is a man of God. He does what the Bible says. Why do people follow a man? Because they don't have a soul.